Welcome everyone, my name is Yuki. I'm studying clinical exercise physiology. I work as a personal trainer / coach. I'm trying to put together some content for you guys because I feel like I got a lot of good stuff up here that maybe some of you guys will find helpful. I'm gonna get into some of my notes that I've taken over the year. I'm gonna pretty much answer all these questions for you guys. Let's go into our first one. Let's talk about optimal training versus realistic. Let's say you're new to the gym and you have a goal. Yuki, I want to build as much muscle as possible. This is what everyone wants. What we need to think about is what is going to be a realistic approach with your lifestyle considered. What's your job like? What stresses do you have in your life? What kind of family situations do you have? Your food choices, all of these things are going to come into play. So if you decide to just jump in and go all in and be like, you know what? Everyone on the internet's training 5 days a week, so I'm going to do that too. Trust me, it's not gonna work. And you're gonna feel shit about yourself when you have that week that you miss a session. We don't want this to happen. What we wanna feel like is that we're feeling successful. So that means going to the gym 3 days a week, ticking that box and being consistent throughout the year. 3 days a week, every week, over time. If we do that and you have a good structured program, time is gonna be the thing and the factor that gives you muscles. If we tick boxes off in the gym, go in with a plan, train hard, hit all your muscle groups, whatever you need to do. I recommend getting a coach if you don't have one. The rest is just time. It takes time for your body to make adaptations, but consistency is key. Thinking about what is realistic for your lifestyle and trying to be consistent as possible within that. Forget optimal training. Optimal training is for the top 5% of people that have their life set up to do that. We're not there yet, okay? Be realistic with your training. Next, food choices for weight loss. So if you're someone that needs to lose weight / wants to lose weight, the foods that you choose to eat is everything. We have to be in a calorie deficit, but the key to successful weight loss is not being hungry. Because we only have so much willpower, guys. I can only be hungry for so long before I'm gonna cave. And typically, people don't have the self-control when their willpower runs out and they crave all of these foods that are high calories, fried foods, and sweets pretty much. So, how do we stay full? Vegetables. I know you probably hate vegetables, cool. No one loves eating a bunch of veggies. However, they are super high in volume. And by that, I mean they're big in size and they're low in calories, which means they're gonna fill up our stomach more and it's gonna help us stay fuller for longer. The principles of muscle building, it's not really hard. There's pretty much 3 factors. There's volume, which is how many sets per muscle you do each week. There's the intensity, which is how close you take that muscle to failure in a set. And then there's your fatigue, which is to do with your recovery. To build muscle, you can go about it a couple of ways. High volume definitely demonstrates muscle progress. When we have high volume, generally speaking, our intensity, as in our proximity to failure, is not as high because otherwise, fatigue is gonna fuck us and it's gonna be very hard to recover from and very hard to progress. So, volume, if you want to do a 5x5 protocol, which is a common strength protocol, generally speaking, the sets aren't super hard. Intensity, different. Usually with intensity, if we train really, really close to failure, we generate a lot of good stimulus for muscle building. However, there is the trade-off of accumulating fatigue. So usually we would only do 2 to 3 sets if you're gonna train close to failure. And I also recommend this, especially for someone that's new, because it really gives you an opportunity to learn what it's like to push a set really, really hard, because this is gonna be a big driver for muscle growth. Thinking about our fatigue, we can only make adaptations from what we can recover from. So if we do too much in the gym, you'll probably start feeling like shit, and it's gonna be hard for your body to make the adaptations needed, especially considering our lifestyle. If we have poor sleep, poor nutrition, poor hydration, poor lifestyle choices, that's gonna impact our recovery. If you're new to the gym and you have a hectic lifestyle, less is probably more. And I swear to God, do less, recover more, and you'll probably get better results than trying to bust your ass in the gym, have shit sleep and a shit diet. Mate, you're gonna get nowhere. So if you're a beginner, I recommend less is more. If you're a coach programming for clients with hectic schedules, again, they don't need to be overwhelmed by all of this stuff that you're doing, all these exercises. Hit your foundation movement patterns, hit them hard and get them out of the gym. Guys, if you need a program, let me know. Send me a DM. I've written purpose of food here, and this is a hot take. We should enjoy food, but we should also consider that food is also for performance. And that means maybe sometimes it doesn't always taste amazing. A really interesting thing that happened to me. When I started going to the gym and I started learning about nutrition, I realized that my food is just much more than how it tastes. I learned about macronutrients and I realized, hold on, this food has really, really good macronutrients that are gonna be really important for my workouts. They're gonna help me perform. Something like a go-to for me is porridge with protein powder in it. But I don't eat that necessarily for the taste. I eat it for the performance benefit I get from the gym. Now, taking this and broadening it, if we just eat all of our food for taste and not consider the health components or anything, we're probably not gonna end up in the best place. Like, of course, I agree, like KFC, Macca's, ice cream, all this stuff, it tastes so good compared to like what, a salad, mate, of course, but it's more than that. When we look at how these foods benefit us or make us feel like shit, there's so much more to the picture, and it's gonna help you make better food choices when you attach a bigger meaning to your food beyond taste. And I hope that makes sense. Justifying exercise prescription, what does that mean? That means that every exercise you do in the gym must have a purpose. So if you're following someone's program on the internet, you should probably understand why each exercise is in there and why it's prescribed. It's gonna help you in executing the plan. If you have a coach, please ask them, why am I doing squats? Why am I doing 4 sets of 6 repetitions? Why am I doing 3 sets of 10? Ask your coach why. If they don't have the answer, you should fire them immediately and hire me. The key takeaways from my master's degree. I think the biggest key takeaway was me understanding that the risk factors for multiple chronic illnesses, such as diabetes, heart disease, cancer, fatty liver disease, kidney disease, the risk factors for these conditions are all the same, and they're generally lifestyle modifiable. Being overweight, eating a high fat and shit diet, not exercising, drinking alcohol, and smoking. These 5 things will fuck you up if you don't pay attention to them. They will lead to every possible fucking disease on the planet, essentially. You're seriously putting yourself at a disservice. When I learned this, I was like, wow, lifestyle is truly everything. And yes, we need to live our lives and have fun. Go and drink, go and just do whatever you want to enjoy. But realizing that you're probably gonna have a longer life if you dial in these factors is also, I think, a great way to have fun. But maybe I'm just fucking weird like that. I wanna live a long, healthy life, and I wanna minimize my chances of getting these diseases because I've seen them firsthand. These diseases fucking suck. Some of them are manageable, some of them are completely debilitating. This is another hot topic. The whole fitness industry, online especially, is trying to simplify processes, which is great because we want people to feel like something like weight loss is accessible and easy to accomplish. So fitness influencers and everyone puts out on the internet, eat these foods, lose weight, be in a calorie deficit, all the shit that you've heard before. But I really feel like this is taking away from acknowledging the complexity of weight loss. Because while we're trying to make it easy, weight loss obviously isn't easy because look at our population. Our population is vastly overweight. It's a massive percentage. So yes, simplifying it is potentially a good approach. However, it's not really highlighting the difficulty of weight loss. You've got so many factors beyond just entering a calorie deficit. You're looking at people's lifelong habits that they've built and how they've been raised by their parents to eat, their emotions that they attach to food. These are extremely complex psychological mechanisms that keep people the same and limit their ability to lose weight. It's not as simple as a calorie deficit. It's really not. And even that in itself is hard because you have hunger. And we can tell people all the time, you know, oh, you just need to get over it. You just need to be hungry. There's people starving in Africa. And it's like, we all got our own problems, man. And if weight loss was as easy as all these fitness influencers were saying it is, then we wouldn't have a problem. So what's the solution, Yuki? I don't fucking know. But I'm just saying, maybe when you have clients that want to lose weight, acknowledge the difficulty that they have. Let them know that you understand where they're at, and they're probably gonna engage with you better and help. They might even get better results. Something to think about. Last one, and this is off topic, it's in my notes. These are the pros and cons of paying attention to what people think of you. Generally speaking, if we don't care what people think of us, that's going to give us freedom, right? And I think this is a great idea. We shouldn't be overly concerned with what someone thinks because it's going to make us self-conscious. Maybe we're not going to take action and we're going to feel insecure. Cool. However, if we neglect to take constructive feedback from other people, we are missing a serious chance for self-development. For example, if someone thinks you behave like an idiot, you actually might have, but if you are so caught up in ignoring what other people think of you, then you're going to miss a crucial opportunity to learn about your behavior and yourself and how you affect those people around you. Because we all have flaws, right? We should all be open to self-criticism and bettering ourselves. Don't completely close the door on feedback from other people. Cool. I don't know, guys, that's just a little bit of a video, a little bit of an insight into how my brain operates. If you found any of this helpful, please let me know. I'll greatly appreciate any constructive feedback you have about the production, about the topics I talked about how I speak, any of the above. And if you enjoyed the video, just, please let me know. I would love to make more of these if they are well received. And thank you very much for listening. I'll see you soon. Bye.